Well, it's 1 o'clock on Wednesday. Let's see, Wednesday, and here we are. So Macy's agitated. She's up and alert. She's gonna lay down in a minute, though. Um. Anyway, say hi, Macy. Hi, Macy. Okay, she's focused on something, possibly food. Nope. She decided she's not gonna get anything. Might as well go back to bed. Anyway, today is Wednesday, and we've been working on actually in college prep physics and in regular physics. We've been working on electromagnetism. You hopefully just completed many of you did. I graded it and turned it and gave it back to you. So some of you guys I left some comments, and you might want to fix a couple things. Maybe you were just a little unclear on how things should go. But anyway, so check Google Classroom, and you'll see I returned the CER to you. It was worth 10 points, and that was sort of just like the one last little checkpoint before the next part here. But so in this little CER investigation, you wanted to see, or I asked you to want to see how does either changing the number of coils in an electromagnet affect the strength of that magnet, or how does changing the voltage affect the strength of the electromagnet. And so some of you guys picked one, some of you guys picked the other. Got a nice little mix of the two. And so anyway, all you had to do was turn in the CER that document, and I looked at it, graded it. So if you haven't done that yet, please do so. I will get back to you. And so for today, what you're going to do is you're going to start a little just a lab report, just a little report on that lab that you did. So all you did for the previous thing was just sort of give me a little spiel about how you set it up and what your claim is. So you have pretty much everything you need, but instead of doing it like sort of in a loosey-goosey CER, like here's a little worksheet type thing to fill out, it's going to be a slightly more formal report, and it'll be summative. You'll get a high grade for it. It'll help a lot for your grade. And like I said, after what you did for the CER, this is going to be a piece of cake, honestly. But I'm giving you 2 days to get it done. Take your time on it. Make sure you change the formatting of it. Make sure you don't. Make sure you. That's a dog. That's yeah, that's a dog. So anyway, make sure you change the formatting. Like if it's red font, change it to black or blue, I suppose. But black is probably the one you want to do. So anyway, that's what this is all about. So as you can see here, let me just zoom it. Well, let me just zoom in a little bit. Fit that. So just put your name, ID number. You've already hopefully done the background information. You got your purpose. Okay, once again, done. Experimental components, just identify those things. So your methodology, the usual stuff. Okay. One thing you're going to want to do here is Windows Shift F's to sort of just let's see if I can do a Windows Shift S. And it's hard to see it, but basically you get like a little it doesn't show it on my thing. But anyway, you could do a screenshot with that. You've done screenshots before. So put a screenshot of your investigation, the simulation. Data table, you've pretty much got that done too. A little graph, and basically the stuff you've already done. So once again, make sure it's all formatted, looking good, and turn it in, and that is your assignment. So that's it. Going on to honors physics now. We are in day 2, part 2 of this electromagnetism investigation. In this case, you had like a couple questions to choose from. So you go to the Google Classroom assignment, and you're going to see this document here. And this document here is just, well, like it says, you're doing a scientific investigation. You're going to ask a question. You're going to get some resources, some evidence to back up the answer to your question. Okay. And so here's a couple possible questions you chose from yesterday. Basically, how does electricity get into our house? How is it generated? How does it get there? What is the deal with the high voltage, low voltage? What does all that mean? Then there's like, what's the difference between all these power plants? So you're going to just basically look up some different summaries about what they are. How does a speaker work? How does that it's just a thing that makes every single possible sound. How is that possible? How does it work? You've probably heard about AC and DC power. So what's the difference? Okay. And then there's a fifth option. If you want to come up with your own thing, if something's been bothering you for a while and has to do with electromagnetism, just let me know before you go forward with that. So yesterday you defined the question. There was these 5 questions to answer. Pretty straightforward, I hope. Today, part 2 or day 2, if you want to call it that, you basically were to go to the resources section for the option that you chose. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll back up. So sorry if this makes you dizzy, but as you can see, with every option, there was these resources you could click on, and that'll open up a document. It's got some resources for you. So you'll see part 2 resources, and you could just click on those. They've been pretty well vetted by different physics teachers, and basically you want to summarize your research right here. Okay, in paragraph format. You want to use your own words because you're going to be writing this up in your own words eventually. So use your own words now. It'll make writing in your own words later easier. A couple quotes. This is where you won't be writing in your own words. You're just going to paste. You're going to copy paste it from your research, and make sure you give credit where credit is due. So here's the example. And then you're going to have 2 words that you didn't know or you didn't know very well from the research. Find a couple, define them for yourself and for me. And then just think ahead, what concepts don't you quite understand yet to answer that question. All right, that's it. That's the research today. Tomorrow you'll see, as you can see here, a deeper question. There's going to be a little bit more research to do. That'll be tomorrow though, so just a little at a time, or you can do it all at once. Doesn't really matter. That's kind of why I do this. So we've got a few days to do it. In fact, we have what? I go back. It'd be nice. Nope. Hey, there's Steam. Can't go back. Well, I can. I just don't know how. I got no. So that's it. So we're gonna be doing this for several days. As you can see, today is actually yesterday was part 2. We are now on part 3. So everything I said still applies. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's just that there's a little bit more research. So man, I'm losing track of the days. So it's the same idea though. Okay, just again, a couple more, a little deeper. Okay, what do you know? What do you need to know? So anyway, let me know if you have questions. That's all I have for today. So you guys have a good day, stay safe, and